Many lives can be saved by making that one simple choice: wear your seatbelt. The state lawmakers should present this legislation to make wearing a seatbelt a primary law. Do you all make a habit of putting on your seatbelt when you get into a vehicle? It should become one. In areas where there is not public transportation, private vehicles are relied upon. At some point in everyone's life, I'm guessing you have either been a driver or a passenger in a vehicle. Whether you're the driver or the passenger sitting in the front seat or the back seat, you should always have your seatbelt fastened. Within this speech, I'm going to persuade you to wear your seatbelt because your life could flash before your eyes, and if you are not wearing your seatbelt, it could result in life-threatening injuries. Not wearing your seatbelt can cause many serious, fatal, and debilitating injuries. According to Peter's seatbelt excuses, troopers have heard them all. He stated that many people come up with excuses as to why they don't wear their seatbelt. Some including, I forgot, I was in a hurry, I'm not going that far, it's uncomfortable, I'm fine, I'm too cool. But when they are in a serious accident, those sayings will probably no longer exist. And I'm hoping the next time they get into a vehicle, they will remember to put their seatbelts on. According to Seatbelts and How They Save Lives, a seatbelt protects you in 5 ways, Angela Oyster Hubert stated. She is the director of the Pennsylvania Traffic Injury Prevention Project in Media, Pennsylvania. She stated that it keeps occupants of the vehicle inside, it restrains the strongest parts of your body, it spreads out any force of the collision, it slows your body down, and it protects your brain and spinal cord. Always make sure that you are wearing your seatbelt correctly also, because that can also affect you when you get into a crash. It should fit tightly across your hips and between your chest and shoulders. According to Teen Share's story after seatbelt saves her life, in 2012, Mackenzie Berger of Platteview in Nebraska was in a serious accident. A pickup pulled out and hit her passenger vehicle side door, and she was wearing a seatbelt and only endured little injuries. The driver of the pickup was sadly not wearing his seatbelt and died at the crash. She stated that had I not been wearing my seatbelt, my injuries would have guaranteed been a lot worse, and nobody needed to die that night. Wearing a seatbelt is a secondary law, but if it were a primary law, there may be more lives saved. According to Policy Impact Seatbelt in 2014, motor vehicle crashes were the leading cause of death, ranging from 1 to 54 in the U.S. Driving without a seatbelt statistics stated that in 2011, 58% of teen drivers were killed because of not wearing a seatbelt. That is a very high number, and teenagers are the highest range of people that do not wear their seatbelt. According to Policy Impact Seatbelt in 2014, 21,022 passengers, vehicle occupants died in motor vehicle crashes. Not wearing your seatbelt is a secondary offense as of right now, but if you get caught for something else, you will also be fined for not wearing a seatbelt. Even though the fine is not huge, your life could be at risk when you get into a fatal accident. Not only wearing a seatbelt is the law, it is an act that can save your life. No matter how old you are, where you are going, you should always put your seatbelt on. Many injuries and lives can be saved if you all make that one simple choice. Just buckle your seatbelt. It's not that hard, and it only takes a few seconds. But it also takes a few seconds for you to get in a crash, and if you're not wearing your seatbelt, it could result in death. The state lawmakers should present this legislation to wearing a seatbelt a primary law.